Yo, what's happening, people? You're listening to the WRESTHINGS podcast, the Kenny Omega approved podcast. If you like what you're hearing, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, you already know this podcast is by the Mandem, for the Mandem. Bow!
Yo, episode 151 of the Wrestling Podcast.
Make some fucking noise for 151.
We've crossed the other side.
Trust me. We're on our way to episode 200. 200.
Hand sanitizer is going drunk.
Trust me, fam. Hand sanitizer burst in my pocket. I have to clean up. But yeah, you've got a lovely guest in the building. We've got the current hustle champion.
Come on.
Rayne Leverkusen.
Make some fucking noise for Rayne.
Let it rain. Yeah.
How you feeling, Rayne?
Excited to be on wrestling, so thanks for having me.
Yeah. Anytime.
Anytime. You know, it's Rayne, when we was outside, Rayne was like, now I'm important enough to come on. I was like, come on, you've already been important, man.
Trust.
You're important all the time, innit?
Nah, you didn't want me on until I won Hustle Championship.
Oh, don't do that.
Don't say that.
No.
Don't do that, man.
Hey, I've heard the commentary on the Hustle shows, yeah, when me and Nina had that match and you was like, that was a cheap one, I was like, yeah, okay.
That was him. That was Mr. Brax.
That is.
and now I'm on your podcast, yeah.
This is part of the job. It's part of the job. Johnny, please, it's part of the job. You know what I mean? Yeah. I have to, man. I've got to be a prick.
Well, honestly, it's a pleasure having you on. Been a long time coming. You know, we look at you as one of the people that's gonna probably take over the whole of the British wrestling, even wrestling in general. Like, you're next up. So it's an honour to have you on, man. Like a couple of years time, we've got to look back at this and be like, rah, we had a star on our show.
Yeah,
big facts.
Hopefully we'll be important enough, you know, for you to still have conversations with us.
Yeah. Hopefully she remembers us.
Yeah,
hopefully. I won't forget you, don't worry.
No,
hey, you'll be up there with me, right?
Yeah. 150 million %. Yeah.
That's what we needed last week.
I know.
We missed that.
I missed that, man.
Forgive me, fans. Forgive me.
My big bro, you know.
We do intros on this podcast. I don't know if, you know, we do intros on this podcast.
I know you do your intros.
Nice. So we cut a little promo and stuff. So have you got your one ready?
I've tried to. It's not great. It's not as good as like any of yours, but I'll try.
Okay, cool. Let's give it a go. So it's the full stretch on Nafi, formerly known as VHS Pappy, now known as Mr. Dark Screen. To my left, I got
the Maiden of Metal. The and the current Hustle champion is Rayne motherfucking Leverkusen, everybody.
Maiden of Metal, you know.
It's lit. I don't know, I'm going to top that.
Say my promo for a second.
When I say got, you said daddy. Got.
Daddy.
Daddy. Strong star rating, leg drop hating, big back rubbing, Chris Jericho loving, son of a gun, your boy Delboy, aka Soldy Lee, aka the Puro Pappy, aka John Strowman, aka Swave Wyatt, aka the Cargill Maniac, aka the Nostalgia Police, aka I'm not gonna lie, God forgive me
If I bust my nine.
And in front of me we got
It slaps, the main event living.
Champagne Sipper.
That's it for today.
What are you doing?
Last one of the year.
Last one of the year. No. Last one of the year. No.
I'm not
Last one of the year. Come on, man.
doing it anymore.
You spoiled the film.
Cancel.
You spoiled the film.
I saw the film.
spoiled the
I
film.
told you guys on Sunday you're gonna see.
Laps turn hill.
This is gonna
We should have said main event liver, press spoiler, film spoiler,
Film spoiler.
Kenwood user.
Laps turn hill.
Trust me.
I said you lot gonna see on Sunday.
I had to say to the NK that yes. I mean yes. Anyway, it's your boy Sam Blacks, Mr. Controversial,
Undone.
Mr. Top 5,
Dead and Alive,
big man, Mr. 150 million %. Sorry, last week. Nikki Bella's baby boy, no Roddy Poly today.
Wonder why.
What have I got to say that, man? Mr. Hot Takes.
Yeah.
You know, immediately. We're here, man.
What's up, people? My name's Mex. I'm a wrestling fan, wrestling enthusiast, WrestleMania, if you will.
Come on, go back.
Don't spoil your voice.
Let's go again.
What's up, people? My name's Mex. I'm a wrestling fan, wrestling enthusiast, WrestleMania. And you are tuned into
That's the rock version.
the WRESTHINGS podcast.
Hey, if someone's listening with earphones, that is
It's done.
Yeah, you need to apologize.
I'll have to edit that. You start
Apple
peeking.
gives you that notification that you're
Your music is too loud.
Turn it down.
Big shouts to NK and Versi. They can't make it today, but yeah, man, big them up, man.
Let's get into it, man. Rayne. We know you for your wrestling, but let's know you for Rayne and who Rayne is. So obviously, I think we spoke in the past. You initially were a dancer, right? So what dance did you do first? And secondly, how did you transition to wrestling?
So I started with ballet when I was 6, and then I did musical theatre, where I did like tap, jazz, commercial. I studied that for all of my child years. Did loads of competitions, and then I went to Erdang in Islington, which was a dance college. Did that after my 6th form, so I did my A-levels, did that for 3 years, and then tried to be a dancer / musical theatre, do auditions and stuff for a year, and then COVID hit, and I was like, I don't really want to do dance anymore. It was really, I don't know, you can imagine there's 2,000 girls, it's really bitchy, it was really, I just kind of fell out of love. So I went to one training session when I was at college, and that was at Hustle. And I found it because
Sorry, before you get there, how did you get from dancing to wrestling? How did you just turn up at Hustle?
How did you explain that? Did I? I just loved wrestling ever since I was a kid. I've got an older
lifelong
brother.
fan. Okay,
cool. My brother's 30, so we're 8 years apart. No, he's 32 then. Yeah, he's 32.
We got another brother, man.
Yeah,
Just.
Grant. Woo.
Big up, Grant.
Oh, he'll love that. Yeah, he loved wrestling. Obviously, I then loved wrestling. Always used to moan at my mum all the time, Mum, we need to move to Blackpool, because that's where William Regal's from.
I love that.
I need to move to Blackpool because I want to be William Regal. We need to move to America, and then that just was not a thing, right? When we were kids, who does wrestling? That's an American thing. So that's when I just was that dream's dead. At 5, I was oh, my dreams are crushed at 5. That's great. I'll be a dancer. It's fine. So then I just kept loving it, kept watching it. My brother's always watched it, so I just always watched it. But my brother did dance as well and acting, and that's how I just fell into it. So I basically I'm just a little version of him, to be honest. So that's how I fell into that. And then during dance, I just wanted to go to a session because I don't really know how I saw them, but I saw Pretty Deadly somewhere. It might have been on NXT UK. I don't know if they were on it yet, but I saw them. And obviously, I was oh, they have London accents. I wonder where they trained. I messaged Lewis and Sam, and I think it was Sam that replied to me. I can't remember which one replied. And they went, oh, you need to go Hustle. And I went, okay, cool. Went to one session after college one day. I was so tired. My college used to be, get up at 6, your hair's got to be in a bun, full makeup, leotard and tights for 8 o'clock in Islington. I was and then I'd finish at 7, and then I went to wrestling, and I was fucking hell, this is too much. I went to one session, I was I can't do this. So then after COVID, I was I'm going to try it again. If I don't like it, I don't like it. If I do, then great. And then that's how I fell into wrestling from there, really. I just liked it, yeah. I didn't have anything to lose, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I just tried it again. I messaged Sid, hey, I came to a session 2 years ago. Is it okay if I come back? If you'll have me? And he was yeah, sure. Because, being a dancer, you've got to be really polite. So I was oh my God, he's not going to want me back in his training school because I didn't ever come back. So then he was yeah, of course. And I was oh, okay. So, yeah.
What was it like taking your first bump?
My first bump? You know what? I can't even remember my first bump. I'm not even going to lie. Yeah. I remember my first forearm. It was the first session I went to. Nina Samuels was there. I was oh my God, that's Nina Samuels. And she gave me a forearm, and I was oh, this is so cool. But my first bump, no idea. Yeah. I cannot remember it at all. I don't think it was that bad, because me and my brother used to play all the time, yeah. So I don't think it was terrible from what I remember. Yeah.
That's sick. And how were you able to translate the fundamentals of what you've learned in dancing into wrestling?
I mean, like the coordination and like remembering stuff has really helped with really helped with wrestling from dance. Like, you know, being a dancer, you've got to remember a 5-minute routine. I can probably get up now and do a dance that from like when I was 6.
Oh, crazy.
I can do it if you want.
With that being said, that's like wrestling, right? You gotta remember a sequence.
Yeah. So that helps, like with the wrestling side of things, like that's always come quite easy to me, like the remembering. So I'm trying to get better at being a talker in the ring, because I'm not a talker, because I'll just remember it all and expect my opponent to remember it all, and then they won't, and I'll be like, I can remember it. But yeah, and then like, you know, I use some stuff in the ring that I used in dance, like I do that back bend spot. Yeah. Oh, those my moves. So cool. Yeah, I do that. Like I do like a roundhouse kick and stuff. Like, so I've used stuff like that for wrestling. So it's helped. I always used to be like, when I first started, I was like, I've wasted so much time doing musical theatre and going to dance college. I wasted so much of my dad and my mum's money and da-da-da. And then really like looking back on it, I'm like, it was actually really good. Like all those acting classes for promos and stuff, like it's all needed, right? So yeah.
Let's talk about your first match, because we were all in attendance for your actual first match, but nothing to do. Yeah, man. Round of applause.
It didn't seem like it, didn't it?
No,
No.
not at all. Apart from the fact, obviously, we were told this is, you know, I think a lot of people that day had first match, and obviously it was against Ava White. Big up Ava.
Make some noise for Ava White, man.
Yeah,
Nice member of the podcast.
Definitely.
huh?
No, it
That
was green.
That was like Wood Green.
Wood Green. What's that feeling like? I don't know if that was like kind of your official first match or your first match with Hustle. If you want to kind of clear that up, and then what's that feeling like? I'm about to have my first match here, like.
Man, I can't even still put it into words, and it was like, what, a year ago now. That was just mad. I didn't invite anyone except my brother because I was so scared that I was going to fuck it up. So no one came except for him. And he brought a sign, and it was so sweet. When I saw the sign, that was the moment where I just was like, oh my God, this is real. Yeah, because he had a sign that had Vince McMahon on it. It's on my kitchen now. I've like put it in a frame and put it in my kitchen. It says, oh my God, that's got to be Rayne. So, okay? Yeah. Oh my God. That's gotta be Rayne. Yeah. The size of it. Yeah, it was just crazy. I literally can't put it into words still. Like, I haven't watched that match in ages. But I just remember being super excited, and I took a selfie straight after. And the selfie's so funny because it's like so blurred, but I haven't deleted it. But I'm like this, like. I didn't delete it because I was like, yeah, this is like something to remember. But yeah, that was crazy. It was like a 6-minute match, which is like one of the shortest matches I've done. But it felt like 20 minutes. I remember being like super gassed. I remember stressing out so much. Like, I remember planning that match with Ava like a week before because I was so scared that I was going to like forget something. So I knew that match like the back of my hand, like it was like a story that I was reading, because I just didn't want to mess a single move up. I remember we went and did like a private session together, so I like learned how to take her finisher and stuff, because, you know, that's the worst thing, like fucking up someone's finish, like it's the worst, right? So yeah, walking out of that curtain was just so weird. Like my little denim shorts, like in this t-shirt. Yeah.
I can't lie, big up your new attire though.
Your new gear?
Oh, thanks. I kind of miss my denim shorts though.
I know, but this one here is legit. That's Rayne.
You know what's legit? Your merch shirt.
Yeah.
Whoever the illustrator was, they done something there. They really done something
I just
there.
found them on Instagram and just was like, can you make it look like Eddie? And then I sent them a few like pictures of like Alice Cooper and like this film that I like called like not Night Before Living Dead. It was like Living Dead or something like that, some zombie film. And I went, can you just do
Eddie,
something?
he's the mascot for Iron Maiden, right?
Yeah. I wanted to base it off Eddie. I basically wanted to base it off this. Yeah, thank you.
No,
Yeah, I'm
done
really
a great
happy
job.
with it.
Done a great
Guys,
job.
these are the
Yeah.
kind of clients we like. They send reference images. This is what we like.
That's what the graphic designer said.
Oh, yeah.
They want.
Yeah, I had to make the reference to Eddie, you know. Like, I don't think I've told you guys, but my uncle is the original drummer for Iron Maiden, so I wanted to have a bit
Swear.
I wanted to have a bit of like that in it. So the wrestling jacket that I wear to the ring, the big leather jacket, is his jacket.
Oh, wow.
So yeah.
Make some noise for Easter eggs, man. That's crazy. It's true. That's actually dope.
This was AEW. People will be going mad right now.
If it was AEW, they would have been the Threads.
Exactly.
This is reference back to the 1971 show in London.
Can you study add made into your name then?
Huh?
Can you study made into your name? So like, if
Well, that's why I call myself the Maiden of Metal, right?
Yeah.
So when I won the Maiden of Chaos, I was like, hell yeah,
Yeah.
this is great.
That's sick, man.
Yeah.
Actually crazy. So that means one day you're going to be on What Culture? Like,
Yeah.
this is here's our list of 10 wrestlers that are related to musicians.
Straight.
I would love to have like Iron Maiden music one day. You know, imagine getting the rights to that. Like,
That would be
how
crazy.
cool would that be?
I'm sure you can pull your uncle can pull strings for you, man.
Well, he's not alive now, unfortunately.
Oh, sorry. All right.
It's alright. He was like very old. He was only in the band for like the Number of the Beast album, which is one of their most famous albums anyway. So yeah, I mean maybe.
Yeah.
But we still have family ties, so
Yeah, that's
it would be
Yeah,
cool,
man.
right? Like,
Nothing's impossible.
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, you can come back to it now though.
yeah, probably. But I love my music at the moment.
I can't get some pumped.
Yeah, like everyone starts clapping, and it
Even
says
when you
like,
come down the stairs, it's like, yeah, so,
I do love it.
Money's being thrown in the air.
Your entrance at the last hustle.
The Rayne dollars.
So sick, man.
Make it rain.
And then,
there's a picture, yeah?
my name on it.
Have you guys seen the picture
Of the what? The Rain.
of the money dropping in
Oh, the
rain?
one
As he's
on
walking through it.
Instagram.
Yeah. It's clear. It's clear.
What's your display picture right now?
Change it. I think he's gonna say change it.
Sorry, yeah. I said, well, like, no, let me even pull it up, man. I said, that's a
Yeah, you have to make sure you put it on the
frame
screen here
up.
so everyone
Put
can
it in
see
the
it.
editing, innit?
Yeah, try and put it in here.
I
What number is
that's
this?
weird.
Wait,
151.
I'm gonna say which. Let me see if I've got the picture here. Where is it?
It's on my Instagram. I
It's on your
don't think they
Instagram.
have it.
Yes, it's on your Instagram.
They haven't posted it yet, but yeah,
So
I can't believe it had my like picture on it.
Had your
You
face
know,
on
my
it.
mum almost
You
got
didn't know, did
fired
you?
for that.
That
Really?
picture is-
Oh, did you print it out at the school?
Yeah, yeah, she printed it out on school.
It's money. It's literally money.
Look at that. That picture is sick.
But she printed 200 pages and almost got fired.
That's cold.
That's crazy.
That is funny. That is funny.
My poor mum.
Bless her.
That
So
is
this-
so
Yeah.
jokes.
Your
Yeah.
family is clearly like heavily invested in what you're doing, which is great. So I was gonna say at that Wood Green show where you made your debut, it felt like they were there, but you just said that no one was there. But the ovation you got when you came
It
out,
felt like your whole family was there.
Yeah, no, it was just my brother. I mean, loads of like my friends were there, like all of our training friends were there, which was so nice. Yeah, and they were all obviously hyped for me because like we trained together like 3 times a week.
yeah.
And they were like, oh my God, that's like one of us, like making their debut. So yeah, it was nice to have them all there.
That's actually
Yeah.
dope, man. Make some noise again, man. That's actually amazing.
Yeah, and that was 4 months into my like
Yeah.
4 months. Yeah.
I'll be honest,
Crazy.
it feels like you've been wrestling for ages. Like, you're a veteran in this.
Oh, stop. Stop. I walk into locker rooms, I'm like, oh my God, I'm such a rookie.
But I think it's just because you're, booked and busy. Like you're turning up a lot of places, a lot of bookings, especially recently.
International shows as well.
Yeah, international shows. I remember you posting up as well. So
Make some noise, man.
yeah.
So, what wrestling did you grow up on? Obviously,
I grew up around,
Ruthless Aggression?
so what? I'm 98, so I started watching around like 2004 maybe. Yeah, so I remember like all like the Word Life stuff. Like I used to love John Cena. Like, ooh, Word Life, yeah. And then he started doing his Fruity Pebbles stuff and like wearing like luminous shirts, and I was like, nah, that's not cool anymore. But yeah, like that's the era I grew up in. But to be honest, like I feel really bad saying it, but I don't remember a lot of it because I was so young. I honestly don't remember it. Like I start remembering from when CM Punk and Jeff Hardy had that like feud.
09-ish?
Yeah, see, like I don't remember the first 10 years of me watching wrestling. Like, I've got
it
no
gets
idea
like that
what my brain
sometimes.
was doing. Like,
I always burn when people mention CM Punk and WWE, man.
Why?
I missed the whole thing, bro.
Yeah, you missed that whole era, innit?
I stopped watching wrestling.
Did you?
I personally don't think you missed too much of that before stuff.
Wait, so
the
did
later
you
stuff
miss
was
when
better.
he shaved his head and stuff.
Oh, the
and-
Straight Society.
Yeah.
No, I saw that, but I wasn't avid in it. I became proper avid again when I met Doe again.
I love that storyline. That whole like drug thing. That's
Yeah.
like one of my
I think
favourite
it's very good.
stories still.
Very good, yeah.
Like that's one of my
Serena
favourite
Deeb
things.
and
Luke
Gallows.
I think Chris him and Chris Jericho had a feud, or man?
Yeah, they'll feud.
Yeah.
that was cool. That was cool.
Yeah, that's like one of my favourite
Chris Jericho
things.
threw the bottle at it.
That's great. So who's your inspirations? Like who do you inspire? Like top 5.
Top 5. Shit. I prepped for like 3.
Who's the 3? Who's the 3?
Go free.
So Lita. For a woman, and then Shawn Michaels is like my favourite.
Yeah, I see Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Austin.
Probably Triple H as well.
Yeah.
I see Triple H.
Purely because like the whole like the DX vibe probably. And
Triple
then
H, love and metal.
Yeah.
and then I think maybe Flair.
Woo!
Yeah.
Oh,
Like yeah, see? Yeah, I just love him. Like his selling is just crazy.
Oh, yeah, he's really
Yeah, like
Unbelievable.
yeah, I was watching a match of his earlier, and I just was like, yeah, this is great. I just love him. So yeah, is that 5? Or did I say 4?
No, it's 5.
No,
It's 5. Lita, Flair, Austin, Triple H, and Michaels.
This guy's doing God and maths, man.
I was thinking about when John Flair fall down in his face when he does that thing.
With the flop, the Flair flop.
yeah.
You spoke about DX earlier. Let's say, for example, that you were to head your own faction. Who would you be in your faction? 4 members.
What the hell? Who would be in my faction? Can I pick anyone?
in real
Though?
life, by the way.
Yeah, anyone. Yeah, go on.
I finish up in real life. Oh wait,
I think
anyone?
it's
Oh, you thinking? What do you think? Hustle or
I think Brit Wres.
Brit Wres? Okay, let's do Brit Wres. Yeah, go on.
Oh my god, that's too hard of a question, man.
That's the point. That's the point.
That's too hard of a question because I based Rayne
faction.
Leverkusen on like just not being like with anyone. Like
let's
she's
just say
so out of there.
Which is true, but let's say, for example, you're sick and tired of everyone. You're just a heel now. You've got the Rayne Makers. Rayne Makers.
He's a rapper.
The Rayne Makers.
I like
You
that.
want people to make it rain with you.
I like that.
Who are you showering your blessings on?
Oh my god. Can somebody stop this man? What's he doing? What's he doing?
Who are the 4 members you added to the Rayne Makers? It could be anyone.
It should just happen in real life. We need this. We need this.
I mean, we're part of creative now, so I mean, we
We need a faction that goes around the whole Brit Wres beating people up.
Yeah, like yeah.
And then, like one minute they probably sit in the crowd, next minute they jump in the ring and beat people up. Like,
the Rain line.
yeah?
The Rain line.
The Rain line.
The Rain line.
Yeah, like the bloodline.
I like it, the Rain line. Actually, no, now that I said it out loud, I was like,
No, the Rain Makers, yeah. Who are the 4 members?
who are the 4 members?
One manager.
Fuck. Oh, my manager.
Manager in there. Put manager in there. He's a manager.
I feel bad if I don't.
Personally, it has to be black. It has to be black.
This is the Rainmaker. You want to chat with her? Huh? You bitches? Huh? You mad? Are you crazy? It can rain on you people, boy. I was going to say something else, but nah. It can rain on you people.
He wants to get the faction cancelled.
Okay, yeah, Blacks is a manager. I would really want Cassius to be in it because I just adore him.
That'll be sick.
This is a hill. Be very good.
In it,
Yeah,
As a heel,
very
very
good.
That's a shout.
I would love to tag with him. Nico, Welsh Nico. Yeah, he's like on TNT a lot.
Nico, is it Nico Angel? Is he the current champion?
Okay. Yeah.
He's
sick.
sick.
He's
ICO.
Blood him, love him.
Yeah, NICO.
I haven't seen any of his matches, but I know who he is.
He's amazing. Who else?
The Angels, he cut a promo recently.
Yeah.
Probably like I would love like Alba Fire, but obviously she's in America.
Yeah.
Let's get some other lads in there. Oh my god, I'd love Tate Mayfest to be in my faction.
Yeah.
I would love him to be in my
I think he
faction.
might overthrow you and try and make it.
Hey, and that's enough, right? There's 2 women and 2 men.
That's
Why
cool.
not, man? Yeah.
That's
And
cool.
then,
I'm
and then
black.
you're our manager.
Yeah, I'll help you lot, man. You know.
Yeah.
If the disputes happen,
Start pulling legs. Start pulling legs when they do the Irish ring.
We don't need Paul Heyman. We got blacks. It's fine.
Yeah, of course. You know, tribal chief. Yeah. Goes on to the Wrestling Championship. Don't touch it.
Love that.
So you recently won the Hustle Championship. How did it feel? Obviously, we spoke beforehand, but to let people know how it felt to actually win the championship. Because obviously, me and Sam were on commentary. We had no clue this was happening. They had a clue. We had no clue. So when we were commentating, at the end, I think we swore so many times.
Yeah.
No, you guys saw so much. They even had to ask Sid, "Oh, is it right if we swear?"
I said, "What the f? What the f?
Yeah,
What's going on?"
yeah. I was
Wait,
like, holy
what's
shit.
going on?
Yeah.
Then the music played, and I was like, "Oh shit!" She's genuine.
It was definitely a moment. It was crazy.
Yeah,
I wasn't ill. I wasn't ill.
Bro, character.
I haven't got goosebumps now. Look.
Aww.
Yeah, it was a moment though, man. Big up.
It was emotional, I can't lie. I couldn't even stand up. I was just like, because I knew it was going to happen, but I didn't know what the finish was. So when I saw thing come out,
That's spun.
I was thinking,
I see.
I don't know how this is going to work, but whatever. And then he tapped, I was like, shit, it's actually happening. And just to hear the crowd as well. And you have to remember, Hustle, like, a lot of the crowd there, they're not wrestling fans. They're just coming for a good night out, do you know what I mean? And they had the time of their life, man.
Yeah.
And I could see the reaction on your face, like when you were saying thank you to Sid, like from the turnbuckle. I was like, this is what dreams are made of, man. Like I almost said to Sid, like, bro, listen, sign me up, man. I'm ready to wrestle. I need my moment. I need that moment. It doesn't have to be the Hustle belt, even if it's just, I don't know, a contract on a pole. I'll just give you that moment. Just give me that moment, man. I'll win. He's it. Nah, that was amazing. How was that whole feeling for you?
Oh man, like I know this is gonna sound really weird. Sorry, Sid, but I remember reading that he sent the longest story ever.
I saw it on Facebook.
Yeah, it was like 10 pages.
Yeah.
The longest message of what he wanted in the match. I read the end and I was like, this really doesn't make sense, but if this is what he wants, this is what he wants. Because obviously a Fatal 4-Way's already no disqualification. And then the end of the match was meant to be, I'm in the lion tamer with Liam, and Cairo hits me from behind, and then all the officials come down and break us up, and I'm like, that really don't make sense.
Where's
because
the
it's
ending?
no disqualification.
Yeah.
Someone needs to win. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to say anything, obviously. So I was like, okay, it could work. It will be a cool ending still, because everyone will be like hyped for February's show. But I remember him saying like, oh, you're going to have to be in the lion tamer for a long time, okay? Like, just hold it, and you're going to be there for a long time. And I was like, okay, fuck, my thighs are going to fucking kill me. Because there's people that don't want to tap, and I'm like, fucking hell, my thighs. So I was like, okay, I'm ready. Ah! And then I never looked down at my opponent. Like, I always like look to the hard cam. But I was like, yeah, I want to make it more authentic. I'm going to look at him and be like, ah. And then I look at him, and he's doing this, and then I literally look straight to Sid in the video. I go, and then because I'm like, oh my god, I fucked up. Like I've like legit made him tap, or he's hurt. And like,
so funny.
Stop, you're not meant to do this.
I thought, oh my god, I'm putting this knee in his back. Like he's hurt. Like
Rayne, chill out.
So I looked at him, and then he's doing this one, and I'm like, oh shit, I've won the belt. And then I just obviously burst into tears, which everyone saw. Like the ugliest tears, but I do not care. It like meant everything. Like I just never thought that moment would be this early on in my career. I'd been wrestling for a year.
That's crazy.
Like, yeah, I would have
clear,
thought...
bruv. It's clear, bruv.
Make some noise, man.
Oh, thanks, guys. Yeah, I just thought that would have been like, 5 years in the line. Never would have thought it would have been at Hackney. Like... like with the whole NXT UK like being disbanded and stuff, like and being gone, obviously like that like is a bit like downheartening for people, like for trainees and stuff. Like that was my goal. Like, I want to be on NXT UK. So, but then that night we had that show with Nina Samuels. I had that match with Nina where I won, and I just was like. After that match, I was like, I don't fucking care about WWE or NXT. I would happily have this reaction and be at Hackney in the Colour Factory with Hustle for the rest of my life. Like, I am so happy with that. Like, I don't need any more. And then when the belt happened, I was like, oh my God, this is more. This is more.
More's come.
This is more than beating Nina Samuels. Like, so then, and then like, I was just, I can't even explain. It just meant everything to me. And it completely like reaffirmed that, you know, I can do this for a living. I can get to WWE one day. I can do NXT, and then I can grow on to do better, like bigger things like SmackDown and Raw, and like those things are so in reach. And that's it just it reaffirmed it, and it was so nice that someone believes in me that much that they put a belt on me. And then obviously when I went upstairs and everyone was there like clapping and stuff, like I cried for like 3 days straight after that, you know? I brought it into work the next day and I put it on the thing, like on my desk, and then I turned around every like 5 minutes and then I just start crying. And like my co-workers were like, you know, they don't get it. They're like, it's just a belt. And I would like be like sobbing, like Like, it was just nice. Like Sid was sobbing, I was sobbing, like
we were sobbing.
It was emotional.
And then he showed me the interview that I did after, and I sobbed again. And then he's like crying again. And I was like, oh my God. So yeah, it was emotional. And then I won Chaos the next 3 days after.
Yeah, on the weekend.
And that was just overwhelming because I had no tears left. Like, come on, like that's a Chaos belt. Like that belt's been held by, you know, Ginny. Like, come on. Like, I think I'm the fourth person to hold that belt that's been held by Ginny, Danny Luna. Like, when I won that, I was like, oh my God, like Wild Boar and Flash, like, want me to be their champ. Like, these are WWE superstars who want me to be their champ. And I didn't really I felt like weird because I didn't really have any emotions that day. I just was like, oh, cool, I'm the champion. And then the next day it kind of sunk in and I was like, I just didn't have any like tears left for that day or any emotions left for that day because Wednesday took it out of me. I just didn't have anything for Saturday. So on Sunday it all kind of sunk in and I was like, wow, this is crazy. So yeah, it was.
When momentum's with you, momentum is with you.
Yeah.
Like there's literally nothing to kind of get in your way and anything. And I think even from before then, like I said, from the minute I saw you when we were all in the crowd, I think you guys were on commentary that day, innit, in Wood Green, and I was just like, okay, she must have brought her entire family and everything because everyone's going crazy for you. Like, and then I think the first Colour Factory that I went to, there was the one before that, but the one where you beat Nina, I was literally like, nah, like, this is crazy. My wife was in the crowd and she loved the Cassius match. I think that opened the show.
Yeah.
And then I think you guys had a little segment after that, or was that the segment was at the end of the show when you were all with the belts with Laura as well. Yeah. And she came home and she was like, I understand why you love wrestling. Like, she was sold, sort of thing. So yeah, I just think momentum has been with you, and hopefully, you know, it just continues, and you know, it's good to see. It's honestly from where you started to now, like I probably feel an affinity. I don't know if everyone else, but it's just like we're watching the story unfold, like from day one almost. Like, so
it's like if What Culture were to do a documentary, no? Like we have to be in it. We have to be there. Yeah, I remember Rayne. Saw her in primary school. You know what I mean? But nah, it's like even like we said before, that with the Hustle shows, a lot of our friends that don't watch wrestling come to the shows. And like one of my friends, Rihanna, big her up. Like she used to not cuss me about wrestling, but she just doesn't get it. But she came to the show and like she saw your shirt. She was like, yeah, like the main event was amazing because first she's very much like women empowerment. So for her to see women dominating that match, she was like, what? She was speechless, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm definitely coming to the next one now that you're the champion." So, yeah, man.
That's nice. Yeah, putting Rocco through that bloody.
Oh yeah,
that spot, the show spot, that was sick.
Even the way everyone shouted, "Ooh, ah!"
Yeah, literally, I heard ooh, and I was like, I wanted to do it, but I got to sell.
I had to leave the mic away so he doesn't hear on the mic. Nah, that show was sick, man. That show is absolutely big up Hustle. Makes the most Hustle, man. Every single time, man.
every time, man.
So 2023 is
No, go.
The 2023 is coming up. what's next? What can we expect from you 2023?
That's a big question. I've got like some bookings coming up, which is nice. I've got like some debuts at other promotions, which is really cool. Like I'm doing Wrestle Carnival. I'm doing
Nice.
I'm doing Resurgence. Like when them two messaged me, I was like, wow, this is like the next step, you know. Like getting that Chaos booking was like, I was like, oh my god, Chaos messaged me. And then so like got Carnival, got Resurgence, got a few other promotions as well that I've never wrestled for, like RCWA, which is like, you know, Will Ospreay's like, he used to run it, but he doesn't anymore. So yeah, like hopefully just keeping up the momentum. Training always still, as much as I can. I try and do like 4 sessions a week, and that won't stop. So
That's good.
yeah, like I mean, I think goals for 2023. I would love to do Progress. I think that could be an attainable goal in 2023.
Yeah.
So I'm putting it out there to the universe.
Yeah.
And you know, NXT Europe, I would like a tryout there in 2023, and I think you know that could happen. So yeah.
They haven't said when that's kind of rebooting.
January.
Is it? Did they say
Really?
January?
It's gonna announce in January, early on this year, early on next year.
Yeah, I think they said
Oh my
early
God, that's so
this year.
soon.
Yeah. I thought it was Feb. Yeah, myself. Yeah.
Yeah, so they might do, they might like give us a little trailer or something, and after
Yeah, bro, I had no idea. Wait, I'm on the podcast, so I'll put you on loudspeaker. It's my brother.
Hi, Cameron.
It's been a minute. What are you telling me?
I didn't
Long time.
I didn't know that you was brothers. What the hell?
How did you not know that?
You didn't tell me. Hello.
What? Wait. How do you not know that? You've known me for all these years and you didn't know that.
No.
I've told you this.
No, you haven't. You did not tell me this.
I've told you this.
No, you didn't.
Wait,
Yeah, Cameron, you're on the podcast.
I'm on the podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So do your intro.
Let me get. I didn't even remember my intro.
You're lacking, bro. You're lacking.
Sorry. Well, look. Anyways, so the fans can hear me.
Yeah.
Yes.
They can hear you, bro. You're on the mic. Go on.
Hear me?
Let me tell them. Long story short, Mrs. Rayne Leverkusen and I have went to the same primary school, same secondary school, and same sixth form.
Jeez.
And yeah, back in the day, it was the dance team that she was on, like the whole Italia Conte thing. But like now, it's on the wrestling team. We've had these conversations. I just have very, very good memory. That's what it is.
Aww. Yeah.
I've got very good memory in it. So we've had these conversations. It's mad to see that you're doing the wrestling thing. It's crazy. Crazy.
Oh, thanks, bro.
Because there was times in like sixth form, like when we had like 3 periods, you'll be telling me, we'll be talking wrestling, NXT, this, that, the other, and you're like, sure, yeah, I'll make this wrestling thing, you know. I'm like, alright, say 9. She's trying to do it.
I remember those. Yeah. Aww.
Here she is.
Enough time.
I can't believe you remember that. What the hell?
Because I've got very good memory.
He's putting over his memory.
Can't remember his intro.
Don't try and stitch me now, really.
No.
I understand. I remember the intro. I don't remember the intro because I only did it, once or twice?
It was
These
twice.
were regular conversations, which is why I'm surprised she doesn't remember too much.
She's wrestling, that's why.
Yeah.
Hit my head too much.
She's selling out arenas.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hustle show.
Twice now.
Yeah, twice. Yeah. Stood up, man. Yeah. Saying my language, you know.
Yeah, Cameron, I had no idea. It's only now when she showed me a picture of her mum, I was like, oh shit, that's her mum.
Yeah, her mum taught me how to read.
Big up Mumsy. The way you said it was just so funny.
I got a green book with all the good comments in there. All the good comments. The expressions is really, really good. Being above his age and that.
Okay, thank you. Cameron, when you coming back home?
When Lord told me to.
Say no more. I'll text you after, innit?
I'll probably come back home in the next 2 days, I'll be real.
Christmas is in 2 days, my friend. Christmas is...
I said Christmas on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be there for Saturday.
Cool, no worries. I'll text you in it.
Yeah, I've got all your prisoners. Don't worry about it.
Oh, bro.
Oh, God bless you. Love you, Cameron. Love you, Cameron.
Love, bro.
Peace.
Did we say no? Say love you.
Say love you too, man. What the fuck?
Man, come on.
Love you, Cameron.
Derek.
I didn't hear you.
You, Derek.
No, say love you, Derek.
I'll
text you in it.
I love you, bro. He goes, I love,
peace.
bro. I said, no, say coffee. Don't be an
My
idiot.
little nephew used to say when he was young and now he tells me shut up. I'm like, are you crazy? I get it in the head lot. You better love me, man.
You better love me.
All you got, bro. Don't play.
It's crazy.
We actually used to go to the same school. That's C's up for Caterham, innit?
Yeah.
If it's C's up.
C-Town.
C-Town.
It's C-Town.
That's your faction name, C-Town.
Cash money. Cash money.
When you break up for the
C-Town.
Rayne Makers, I'll be your manager for C-Town. Yeah. I'm ready.
And then you can have a feud.
So what, you're going to do?
No. Obviously, when Take Mayfair's turns on her, then I'll obviously come and make the save, and Laps will come, and then obviously do our tag team in it, and then me and Laps versus Tate and Cassius.
Fair enough.
Rats itself.
I'll have to be on text, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So it won't be.
Why can't we do a 6-man?
Yeah,
True.
You man got stamina for that. You man got stamina for that. Yeah, how much? Do you get like?
I need to be in the gym a lot more. It's been a minute, man.
You need a lot of stamina for
I'm
that.
actually gonna wrestle a match
Yeah,
next year.
man. Are you?
Me and Laps have to wrestle a match next year.
Oh my
Like,
god,
tag team.
I want to wrestle. I can't lie.
Like next year, tag team. I've even got our finisher. Trust me.
I'll be a manager. I'm just going to be a manager.
You're
Let
ready.
me be a manager.
I can't lie, man.
Let me put everyone over. Let me talk my
I'm trying to get
shit.
ripped next year,
Yeah.
you know. I'm trying to get ripped next year. I'm trying to like tone up. Honestly, I'm not even joking, bro.
because you want to get in the ring.
Yeah, bro. I want to try this thing, bro. This is coming off soon. So I just try.
This is coming up soon.
Like I've got a list of like 30 things I want to do before I'm 30, and wrestling in one match is on my list.
Nice.
But I don't want to get addicted to it. Like, I don't want to have one match and get gassed. So I see you lot
It's
come out of the
possible.
crowd. I don't like even when we're doing our entrance for the show. Yeah,
It's a gas.
I could do this every day.
It's a gas. It's gas.
They might not think, hey, if I run back up and get pants, they're not gonna say nothing to me. I'll wrestle, but yeah, man.
I think the entrance is the bit that wears me out the most.
Oh, you get pumped up.
Yeah, because then I love coming out before everyone else because I'm just like,
You get
Time to rest.
yeah.
Time to
Because
catch
usually
your
the
breath.
baby faces come out second, right? So I literally come out, I'm like gassed, and then I have to lock up straight away, and I'm like, fuck. So it's nice to have some time. I'm like, okay, breathe.
I think when you come out to an entrance, it's a bit surreal. I think when we came out the first time,
Yeah, that was mad. I was
mad.
so nervous.
You were
man.
nervous. You're like, I'm nervous. That's cool. That's
Yeah,
cool,
it is.
bro. It's
I was
cool,
just
bro.
thinking of how am I gonna get into the ring? Because the worst thing you want to do is
Fall down.
fall on the
Yeah,
ring.
yeah, 100%. When you sprungboard into the ring, I thought, dude, this.
No, I'm not gonna lie. You see, when I landed, Emma just think no. When I dropped over, I said, if I don't make this, if I fall, I'm staying on the
I'm
ground.
staying down.
Yeah, I sprung into
I said, you've got,
I'm selling
I told you,
it.
the shorts to cover you, you know that. Be careful.
And when I done it, I was like, okay, I have to land this because if I don't, I'm in trouble. Like I have to stay on the floor. I'm gonna call it audible. Like, man, then pin me. Pin me. Yeah. Nah,
That's so cool.
I'm ready for it, man. I'm telling you, I'm gonna do a 450 and everything.
You looking to turn up?
Is that?
You looking to turn up?
Yeah, no, bro. Listen, you see the day I make my in-ring debut, yeah. It's long. It's long. As in, I want it to be a match on the spot. I don't want to prep for it like the next. No. Let's
go. Call the referee.
Next that's the referee. Oh my god.
I got the shirt there still.
Next just jumps from commentary like, yeah, let's go.
Everyone just ripping off their shirt. Bunch of Hulk Hogan's in here. Oh my god, I'd love that. Yeah, isn't entrances like crazy though? Like everyone's like, WRESTHINGS podcast, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, that day that happened, I felt like crying.
That was really crazy.
Guys get such a pop.
I was out of breath. I think the one before this one.
Yeah.
When we got the ring and you passed the mic, yeah. I was like, everyone make some noise. I was so out of breath. So when you give me the mic, I was like, you see, like when you play football and you bang a goal, you celebrate.
You celebrate. Then you have to walk back to the halfway line and you're knackered.
They're like, yo, wait. Bro, so I think what I learned from that, I just be calm in it when I go to the ring, just calm, just keep everyone happy.
That's one more time done. I'll make sure you have the mic first.
Yeah.
So by the time I get into the ring, I can actually chill and then I can just.
But that's honestly think why I never become a heel because I get too excited.
Yeah.
I get like I can never be a heel because I come out and I'm like
Yeah.
I can never be like
Stoic and stuff. Yeah.
I get way too excited.
You just got a sick entrance, Rocco.
That is cool.
They're like slow and regal, like.
Romano's and Sabbath's entrance as well.
Yeah,
Sick.
Rocco's got a whole theme tune, you know.
Yeah.
I've tried to Shazam it a couple times.
Probably someone made it for him, isn't it?
It's really
doesn't come
good.
up for me.
My mum just ruins it though in the video. He's like coming down with this big like majestical light, and my mum's like this in her t-shirt, like. I'm like, Mum, like stop. So funny.
Do you have any like dream opponents for next year that you wanna?
Oh, for next year, yeah, I do actually. Like, I mean, I could be like, yeah, I want to wrestle Charlotte Flair, obviously, but you know that's not gonna happen next year. But for next year, I really want to wrestle Emerson Jane. I think she's just amazing. I really want to wrestle Tate because I've trained with Tate a little bit, so I'd love to wrestle him in the ring on a show.
Yeah, Mayfair's a man.
As much as I don't like him, he's incredible.
Oh, yeah, same. Like, he's a proper prick, but he's like amazing, right? And I'd love to wrestle Michael. Like, oh my God. I just think he's just amazing.
He is a star.
Like,
Yeah, isn't he?
He is a star, honestly.
like the last performance he done was just like, you know, he goes above and beyond certain things, like selling, the way he delivers a move outside the ring, the way he even interacts with the audience. Like, he's one of the best in this country.
Yeah.
I'm only saying that because we know him.
Big
like, he's actually one of
level.
the best. Yeah.
Yeah, I was listening to your podcast and I was like, wow, like, because I didn't realise like how much he's done and like he's met all these people and stuff, and I was like, he is on another level. He's amazing. Really so yeah, I'd love to wrestle him, man. Like, that would be a dream. So
He ain't gonna be here for long.
no.
He ain't gonna be here for much longer.
I say you start calling people out now, you know. Just cut a promo on the spot.
What for Michael?
If you wish.
I mean, our podcast has been able to start a few feuds, so you know, you never know.
That's true.
You know,
No, I like him too much. I don't want to feud with him.
Okay,
I like him.
you can go for Tate. Go for Tate.
Mayfair's is gonna say some things about you. I think you need to get him still.
Or the what's he say that he is? He's the best
wrestler in the
wrestler.
world.
Take this as greatness.
Yeah.
The best wrestler. Google it.
To ever walk planet Earth.
to ever
That's
walk
it.
The wording is so specific. Like, oh my
Googled it
god.
though.
It's there.
Just to ever walk planet Earth.
That's what I mean. The wording is so specific. Like,
It's SEO.
he's cleared it. He's cleared it.
You should buy a domain for that though. www.thegreatestwrestlers.planetearth.com.
He could buy the domain. Yeah.
It's just a picture of him.
It's just a
picture of him.
Yeah.
And it's a soundbite. Woo! Love Tate, man.
He's the man, 100%.
How much wrestling do you manage to watch per week, if any?
Oh my god, I know you guys love AEW, but I'm sorry to break it to you.
Say it.
I don't watch it.
Okay, what do you watch?
I watch WWE.
Don't worry. Yeah. AK's not here, so you know.
AEW. I like watching it because it's like an alternative, innit? I find myself, if I watch too much WWE, I tend to get bored and I have to go and watch something else. Like, I would have to go and watch ECW on the WWE network just to like get a different thing in it. But like, if it wasn't for, like I said, if it wasn't for this guy, it wasn't for NK, it wasn't for Mercy, it wasn't for you more time, I wouldn't be watching all the other stuff. So it helps, man, a lot.
Yeah.
I can't watch WWE all the time.
I just love it, man.
I'm around.
But I can watch. I watch old school stuff and new stuff
same,
because
same,
you know the
same.
network is just. Or I watch
Network is the best thing that's ever been
documentaries.
created.
Yeah.
You have a mix of it.
The network is the best thing that's ever been created.
Yeah.
The network is very, it's
better
very
than
good.
Netflix.
It's very good.
Oh
The
my god,
network is
isn't it?
very
Because if
good.
I don't want to
better
watch
than Netflix.
wrestling, I'll just watch one of the documentaries, or I'll watch like a Breaking Skulls.
And it recommends you
Yeah.
something. It recommends you something every day.
Yeah,
So
it
if you
does.
got this before, obviously you have the actual main bit, like okay, SummerSlam was last week. SummerSlam's there. Underneath it has recommendations. Watch this match, Rey Mysterio versus Scott.
Yeah, it does. It does
does
at the
that.
bottom, yeah.
I saw someone tweet something the other day and I thought that's an incredible idea. They were saying that the network should, like Spotify, allow you to kind of curate a playlist of your favorite matches. And like
That's
you can let
such
other
a
people
good
watch all
idea.
That's
that.
my next UI project.
That's a
Like,
good
try and
idea.
link it to the
I
other
thought that would be so sick if it let you
At
do
the
that.
end of the year, it has WWE Wrapped, and it tells you the type of wrestling you watch. So in 2022, you watch Jumpy and Cruiserweight Wrestling the most.
Who was your like favorite wrestler? Like whoever you watch the most. That'd be
Yeah,
sick.
that would
but
be
yeah,
really
like
good.
to answer your question, I watch as much as I possibly can. Like Sid started this like academy thing online where he'll post like old school matches. Like he'll post like 2 a week, and he'll like do the psychology of them.
Yeah,
Oh
so-
my god, it's so.
Can you have me to that?
Can I add you to
Can
that?
you add me to that?
He can probably add you to it.
Yeah,
I want
ask
to see
him.
that. Yeah, I want to see that.
Honestly, it's so interesting. We'll watch the match on Zoom and he'll talk through the whole psychology of it, and then he'll upload it to this Facebook chat, and then we'll talk about it like in the comments. Oh my God, it's so good. And you'll just watch matches that you've never seen before. Like he posted he posts like loads of old school ones. Like he posted one like from Laura Di Matteo the other day at Eve, like from like a few years ago, and then he's posted like Flair and Steamboat. Like it's so good. But I mean, yeah, I don't watch AEW. I watch WWE because I just love it. I love the fact that they have all these like slow storylines. I love a slow growing story.
Same.
I don't like it when it's like,
We can say that for
we're
AEW.
just gonna.
Not to interrupt you. You can say that for AEW. But
Yeah.
Microwave.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not saying I hate it. It's just like I.
It's your preference.
I have a preference.
Yeah,
and
that's fine.
honestly, like I work a full-time job. I'm a bookkeeper during the day. I train 4 times a week, and then I do my wrestling on the weekend when I have shows. It's impossible to watch any more than WWE. Like, oh my God, I think my brain would explode.
Even WWE keeps you busy as well. All the stuff they have.
That's like what's 5 hours a week. Like,
Plus, you said the network you got on your phone, so you're able to travel and go
I
around.
watch the network.
yeah, exactly. Like,
AEW, you have to go and find it.
yeah.
You have to
Go on,
pirate.
Got the blood.
Luckily, my boss hasn't been in this week. I hope they never see this podcast. Because I've just been like pretending to do my work, but my phone's been here, and I've just been like watching it, like
Watch it.
like watching like NXT, like.
Yeah. Nah, there's a lot to watch. There's a lot to consume, man.
And keeping up with indies, exactly.
I can't keep up with all of them. I just stick to the.
So is there like a group chat, like in group chat where you're just like people like fill in and say, oh, this week, for example, Rayne Leverkusen won like Hustle Wrestling or last, like, is there like some sort of group chat or is there any community? Like,
Not that I know of. No, I mean
so how do you find out who's won it now? You just
Twitter.
word of mouth? Oh, Twitter, yeah, Twitter.
Twitter and Instagram.
There used to be a podcast. I don't think they post anymore. Maybe the pandemic slowed them down. I think it's called the British Experience or something like that. Okay. And they used to literally like recap every show that happened, like all the big stuff that happened indie wise in Britain, like every weekend or whatever. I don't even know how they were keeping up with that because that sounds like a hell of a job. But I haven't seen if they've posted for a minute.
I feel like a lot of British podcasts now that mainly speak on like British wrestling, they just shit on it.
Yeah, a lot
They just literally shit on it, and it's like, oh, Brit Rest is crap, and it's like,
I don't think it's dead, man.
it's just like, I don't know.
The fans have made it dead.
I feel like I mean, you've got a good relationship with your fans, innit? Or just generally people support you often. But do you have any general opinion on how fans are in Brit Rest?
Not really.
Any bad experiences?
I haven't done like the big indie ones yet, like Rev Pro and Progress. So I don't really have like a, oh God, those fans or whatever.
Yeah.
Like the fans at Eve are so fucking fun because they just like get drunk and like want to have a good time. Like, oh my God, like it's horrible if like someone starts like, I remember being in Clash at the Castle and someone like fucked up a spot, and then these guys behind me were like, "You fucked up, you," and I literally turned around and was like, "Who the fuck are you?" Like, I hate fans like that. Like, come on, like, don't do that. I've never come across that yet. Everyone that I've been at a show with has been like dead nice and like dead supportive. Like, there's been so many times where people have messed up on shows that I've been on, and people are like, and like just like tried to keep up the
encourage them.
Which is how it should be. It's like, that's nice, right?
Paying money to draw someone out for messing up just doesn't make sense. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Like these guys, I was like, you've paid like Clash of the Castle tickets like £90 like to sit where I'm sitting. Like, why are you doing that? Like,
A bit of a dweeb for that.
yeah. But no, I've never come across a bad experience yet. Yeah.
No, that's good.
Hopefully not, fingers crossed.
I think Brit Rest is, especially since the pandemic, it's recovered very well. And yeah, there's just a lot of good stuff, good action, and we're seeing like the fluency, like people moving between different promotions, and then obviously now I guess the pandemic's done, the imports as well coming in and mixing up with everyone. So
a lot of people going over to America as well.
And people moving the other way as well.
It's good to see, man.
I love that the imports are coming over. I wrestled a Japanese woman on Eve, and I was so scared because I wasn't meant to be on the show. And Dan Reed was like, yeah, it's Queendom. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to wrestle on Queendom. Like, it's
That's like
fucking
their biggest
Queendom.
show,
It's like
yeah.
their WrestleMania. I was like, it's fucking Queendom. I'm just here to help out, do the ring, and have a good time. Meiko Satomura was there as well, and I like.
Oh, really?
I almost died. I was like,
Next note for Makers tomorrow. She's a legend.
Real legend. Yeah.
She was young. She was like 19.
She was a
18.
teenager. Yeah.
There's actually footage of her in like WCW, like Nitro, like not new Nitro, old
Nitro. Yeah. I think she was still like 18 or 19 them times, innit?
Soon, What Culture are going to do a top 10 list of the 10 last wrestlers that
guy
are
with
still,
What Culture, bro.
still wrestling, who wrestled in WCW.
yeah, she's like the dream opponent. Yeah, she was there.
She's incredible. Man.
But Dan Reed was like, yeah, you're going to be on the second show. And I was like, oh, okay, thank you, Dan. And I was like, I don't know who I'm wrestling. And then he was like, and you're wrestling Maria. And I was like, fuck, she's a Japanese wrestler. Shit. And I was like, fuck. And then it was, oh my God, thank God that Meg was there. You know Meg. Amara Jade Meg.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank God she was there because the language barrier was so hard. No. But I used her as my dummy. So all my moves, I just was like, Meg, you know how to take this. Yeah, I'll do it to you. And then I would be like, yeah, Maria, like, is that okay? She'd be like, yeah, cool. And then like, so it was fine. And then she'd show me videos of her doing her stuff. And I think when I did that was like my probably like 35th match. And I was like, I'm wrestling a Japanese wrestler that hardly speaks any English. I speak no Japanese. And we're wrestling at Queendom. That's incredible. And it went really well.
That's it.
And I was like super happy with it. So yeah, thank God Meg was there. Shout out to Meg. She like saved me there. Like I don't know what I would have done without her, to be honest. So yeah, I love the imports coming over. I want to wrestle them more now. I was so stressed out, but that's made me be like, oh my God, I want to wrestle more Japanese people.
That's good to hear.
Bring over everyone.
I remember speaking to people, wrestlers and stuff, after when the pandemic was ending and stuff like that, and there was a bit of like maybe a threat that because the imports are coming over, they're taking our bookings and stuff, or at least I know now I need to work harder to be booked on shows because obviously the imports are usually draws of these shows. So it's good to like you're coming from it from the other point of view, like I want to take these guys on sort of thing. I don't see them as a threat necessarily.
Yeah, it's a big learning experience. Like I would love to wrestle, like as I said, I'd love to wrestle Michael. I'm nowhere near that level, but I would love to learn. Like that is a complete learning from me, and that's just like wrestling imports. It's like I'm not jealous of them. That is complete learning. Like I would use that to the best of my ability to just learn, and it would just I would love to.
I feel like more wrestlers need to have that kind of mentality because you wrestling an import, it ups your stock at the end of the day.
Yeah,
do you
big
know what I
time.
mean? So that's incredible.
100%.
You said that was like your 35th match, which makes me think you're keeping count. Do you know?
I am.
You know
I
you
write
are now.
A book. I have the book of Rayne, like the book of Jericho,
The book of
right?
Jericho.
And I like write little stars, like what I thought of them out of 5 stars. I'm like, what is it?
That's cold.
That would actually be sick. 10 years from now, when you look back on all of those matches.
Yeah.
Hella
I
matches.
write notes on them, and then I watch them on Zoom with Sid, and we go through them as well. So I have all my matches in a notebook, and I'll write all my notes on them. And then hopefully I won't get the same note on the next match because I would have taken it in and changed it.
You're gonna be something big, man.
Oh, thanks.
Honestly, like the way you're like writing notes for wrestling, bro. That's I don't know if it's something like everyone does, but yeah,
I don't know.
You're gonna be something big, man.
I just when I listened to Jericho and he was like, yeah, I wrote down every match, and I was like, I want to write down every match. I was already doing it, but I was like, yeah, like I'm gonna make sure I keep it up because I think it's a lot of people will do it and then they won't keep it up. But I do really want to keep it up because I'm on. I think my last match was the 10th of December, and that was number 46. So I didn't quite get to 50. I was a bit upset, but I
As
was
in, you want to get to 50 this year?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I'm on match 46 was my last one, so 47 will be my first match back for Eve on the Jan 7th show. So yeah, that'll be number 47. Let's see if I can make it to 100 for before December. That'd be really cool.
I think you could do it
I'd
before August.
We in fact,
What? There's only 52 weeks in the year.
There's 6 of us
Double.
here. 6 of us here. I'll volunteer.
Yeah, it's Saturday and have you wrestled like Saturday, Sundays?
Oh
before?
yeah.
How is that like on the body like?
Yeah, it's hard. Like I've done like double bubble shows as well, like 2 in one
a day?
on one Sunday. Yeah.
Wow.
But luckily, every time I've done that, the last show's always been in like where I live.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can literally just go home like in 5 minutes, get a shower, get my snuggies on. Like, yeah, so I've never had to do one where I'm like effed, except for when I did Hustle on the Wednesday, then I had Chaos on the Saturday, which was all day because it was a tournament. We had the Maiden of Chaos where I'd done 2 matches, and then the actual Chaos show in the evening, and that was in Bristol. And then I did the Defend Indie show for Mark Andrews, where I wrestled Danny Luna in Cardiff on the Sunday. So I went all the way to Bristol, drove all the way home, then went to Watford, and Tom Scarborough drove us all to Cardiff, and then all the way home. So I got home at like 4 a.m. on a Sunday.
Mileage.
Yeah,
Work
man.
on Monday.
Yeah, I went back to work on Monday.
Was you like half asleep? Or what was going on?
I did so many things wrong. So many. And I'm a bookkeeper, so I work with numbers, and I must have sent so many wrong invoices out. I just was like this, like on my computer, like.
Falling asleep.
What type of company is it? If you don't mind me asking?
So I work in.
We can talk off the podcast if you don't mind.
Oh no, it's alright. I work in like aviation.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really cool, you know. Like, so I do like bookkeeping we do like vintage flights and stuff. So I think I could do a nice photo shoot there in front of like the Spitfires and stuff, like vintage aircraft.
How did you... Wait, sorry. Yeah, definitely talk to him.
Yeah.
Faction, Rayne Makers, isn't it?
How did you get into that from going to like dance college and stuff?
Oh man, so I did dance college, then I was a PT.
A PT?
Yeah. And then I done so many hours as a PT that I ended up hating being a PT because I had way too many clients. That sounds so fucking big-headed. I didn't mean it like that.
She's a draw. Sorry.
Hey, you wanted to get in shape next year?
No, I got you. No, don't worry.
Got you. So I did that. I hated being a PT because I was just working ridiculous hours, like waking up at 4 a.m, going to bed at 12, like it was stupid. And then I started getting busy with wrestling, so I was like, I need a 9-to-5 job. What do I like? I like numbers. And then I just fell into a bookkeeping role. So now I just work 8:30 till 5, Monday to Friday.
That's good.
So I have my weekends free and my evenings free to train. So yeah,
That's good.
I love it.
That's
like
good.
my Mondays and my Thursdays, I like my days, my evenings off to do whatever I want. And then every other day's wrestling, and it's great.
Do you have a goal of when wrestling should become full-time by?
That goal, I would love it to be the end of next year. Like, love it.
Claim it in Jesus' name. Amen.
Man.
Yeah, I would
I think
love
you're
it.
heading there.
Yeah, like, you know, merch sales and stuff. I think, you know, if progress is a thing, like, hopefully I could sack off my job or work a part-time job instead.
Yeah.
Because it is hard, you know. I don't like telling people, I'm busy, because I always think, I'm a hard believer that there's always someone who works harder than you.
Yeah,
Always.
facts.
There is
Facts.
always
Facts.
someone
Facts.
busier than you. So I hate saying, I'm busy, I do
Yeah.
that. I will never preach that I'm the busiest person in the world. But working 8:30 till 5 and then training 4 times a week, doing 2 shows a weekend, it does take a toll on you. So I would love to be able to work part-time and then make most of my money from wrestling. Like, so hopefully I'm thinking next autumn, you know, September, October comes, that could hopefully be a thing. Yeah.
I think it would be a massive achievement even if you got down to part-time. Then you at
Yeah.
least know, like, confirmation, I'm on the right path, like, something's happening here. Like.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I don't want to be a bookkeeper forever. It's just, it's to fund wrestling. Yeah. It's to fund it.
The dreams and realities have to meet, innit?
Yeah. You'll never chase your dreams if you don't. It's speculate to accumulate, isn't it?
That's it.
Yeah. So, you know, I'll work because I want to put all my money into wrestling. So hopefully wrestling gives me something.
Yeah.
One day. Yeah.
It shall.
Have you met anyone from WRESTHINGS yet?
Yeah. I've met loads of people. Sid Scala.
I mean, that's not very big. As in,
Like
as in
SmackDown
from
Raw.
US, from Russia,
Yeah. No.
Not yet.
Trying to think.
Ray Ripley.
Nah. Actually, I've met Ric Flair. No, I haven't met him. I wooed in his face at TNA. You know when it was...
When he came here.
Wembley.
No. It was when I went Disneyland with my family.
Florida.
Yeah.
Oh, the TNA.
Yeah,
When
and
they
it was...
had the entrance ramp with the soap.
I
no,
can't.
that's
No,
the
it was in Universal Studios. They used to
Yeah,
They
film.
used to do it in Universal.
Was it
Yeah.
free tickets?
When Flair was there.
Yeah, free tickets, you know. And
mad.
I got on my brother. I think I must have been like 11. I got on my brother's shoulders, and I was like, they were like, "Who wants to be in the front row?" And I was like, Grant was like, "Get on my shoulders." I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "RVD, TNA." They were like, "You two, you come to the front row." And we was like, "Oh my God, we're on TNA." And it was when they had Fortune 4 faction.
Oh,
yeah.
That was cold. That was cold.
AJ Styles, like I loved AJ Styles, man. So, and then my brother was wearing like a Ric Flair t-shirt, and he came over to us, and my brother and me were like, "Woo!" in his face, and obviously he was like a big heel, and he was just like, and we were like, "This is the coolest thing ever." So hey, I've wooed in Ric Flair's face, but I haven't met him.
You've also been on SmackDown, haven't you?
Oh my God, have you seen
Yeah,
the
I've seen the
video?
Remember me again.
Fandango, isn't it? The Fandango
So
you got.
the camera, like you'll see it down my Instagram, it's way down. I've got braces and everything, and the camera goes to me and my brother, and we're like, oh no, are you finding it? Oh.
Not me, I gotta find stuff, man.
It's way down, okay? Way down.
You got 197. That's not bad. Come on, man.
This guy's FBI boy.
I've tried to hide it through all of my other stuff.
If it's online, Lloyd will find
Keep
it.
going down. I told you it's way down. It's like one of the beginning videos I ever put on. There it is.
Okay, cool.
110 now.
That's the thing. What's that girl's name?
120.
What's her name?
120.
Summer
Ray.
Yeah.
120.
Oh shit!
I look different. That was my
You
claim
look
to
different.
fame.
Yeah. and braces.
Yeah, that
So-
was my claim to fame, man.
You might be on What Culture's top 10 wrestlers that you might have seen in the crowd. So he'll be number 5 after Kevin Owens when he was at WrestleMania.
So yeah, as a wrestler, how do you wrestle? Are you short-sighted or long-sighted?
I'm short-sighted.
So how do you wrestle no glasses?
Because I can see my opponent if they're there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can physically see.
No, but I
can see
physically
you.
can't. I physically can't. No, but I physically can't see. If I'm in the ring, yeah, and you're running towards me, you're blurred.
Really?
So yeah, it's bad.
Oh,
so
swear.
you're blurred right now.
As in,
No
yeah, but
way.
that's because you've just probably taken off your glasses.
No,
Give it a
bro,
bit to settle
no,
in.
honestly.
Are they
Because when
try,
I'm in the gym, I
can
train
try
without my
them on?
Yeah,
glasses.
they're very
No,
short.
Lloyd can't see.
I can't
As in,
see, I'm blind.
at uni, like,
I run away from people.
like, bro,
They are a bit like magnifying glasses.
commercial road, Lloyd will walk past me. I'm like, yo, Lloyd. He will look. Like,
I'm
bro,
bad.
it's Derek. What the fuck?
And it's not work because of my diabetes and stuff, but
Okay.
I'm gonna get I want to get like laser eye treatment.
Okay.
I don't care how much it costs. I want to
Same.
get done.
Let's
I'm
actually
done.
grand.
But it hurts though. You have to get 4 times, don't you?
That's what
Yeah,
like,
4
it's
times, 4 times, 4
Yeah, it
times.
burns your eyes, but I want to get it done. man.
I use mine as like
tired.
a style. Like I think mine is stylish.
It's
you know?
nice. I like it.
I love my
Thank
glasses.
you.
Yeah,
We got like similar glasses.
yeah, I like it. The thick.
She loves
When
When
I'm just saying, I like the thick.
when I first started taking my thing, yeah.
Fuck you, man.
And when I first started taking my insulin jabs, yeah, bro, I saw clear for a good week. Do you remember?
Oh, I
you
remember.
My son's name, I didn't wear glasses. You remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Bro, it was so mad. So when I took my first jab, yeah, I went outside to the street, and I remember I was like, wait,
You saw
oh my
4K.
glasses. Bro, I could see all the way down the road, bro. I could see someone's yard. That's how clear it was. A week later, it went.
That's why I've always said that sometimes glasses is just a mental thing.
No, I don't think so, bro. Bro, I took
no,
jabs.
no.
The doctor told me, the nurse was like, Lloyd, when you first take the first week of jabs, yeah, you'll see clear. After the week, guys gonna go back to normal. I just woke up one day and I was like, fuck, shit. God!
When I had to start wearing glasses, like my eyes started hurting. Before I even wore glasses, like they were actually hurting. So like, I do really think the glasses do hurt, man. It's not a mental thing.
I got really sad when I first put my glasses. I was like, I've been missing so much in my life.
Different experience.
This is what it looks like.
I actually wanted to get glasses when I was younger.
Wanted.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to see, but I kept trying to like fake my
Find it.
eye testing it, but apparently they can clock in it when you're trying to. Jesus, you are blind.
What, did you used to not be like pretend
So-
you couldn't read the
Yeah,
bottom line?
so let's say if it's like, you know, they have like it's like the circle dots, and then they'll have like a cut. So let's say it's like P Q F. I'll say R Z 0 1, and the first person will look at me like, what's wrong with this person?
The things go clock in it.
They'll clock it. They can
You know in your eye test where they go, is it better?
Yeah.
Or worse?
Worse.
Or is it the same?
I'll just-
I get so stressed out because I'm like,
They look
always the same.
You tricking me?
I don't know if it's a new thing here, but they did a thing to you. I've been eye test recently.
What, the eye test when you put your
When
thing
they
through
blow
the thing?
the air in your eye.
They put what?
Yeah.
I've not done it yet.
Where put
They
what?
blow air in your eye.
Yeah.
No.
That shit hurts, bro.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, they blow air in your eye. Yeah, I know what you're talking
That's the
about.
most painful thing ever, man.
I think it's so they can do like a 3D image of your eye or something.
Yeah, so they can take a picture of your eye.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
that shit
The
hurts.
machine, yeah, they put it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
What the hell?
They blow it, so it's like
New technology.
there he goes 1, 2, 3, bow. 1, 2, 3. It's like they do it like 3
Yeah,
times.
I've
It
done
hurts.
as well.
That sounds great.
You know what's so funny? I kept on failing that test where you put your thing through the thing and you have to
yeah,
trust
yeah.
Because I'm looking around like that. They're like, you're not meant to. You're meant to keep your eye there. And I kept on failing it so many times. They want me to come back. I'm not going back. You're giving me a new prescription now. I was like, I've had enough. I spoke to my optician. I said, like, do I need to come back? Do I really need to? He said, you need to come back, but we've got your prescription now. It's not going to change. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck it, I'm coming back.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
Rayne, can you wear contacts as a wrestler?
Yeah. Loads of people.
Caden wants to contact
Yeah,
us.
but like, I'm always scared that wrong. What if someone accidentally hits you the wrong way and now the contact's somewhere stuck in your eyelids or
Oh my
something?
gosh, yeah.
Okay, thinking about the worst.
I'm thinking about everything.
I
bro.
hear you, broski. I mean,
Yeah, that's true. I've never, I don't know. I don't wear contacts. I've never worn a contact. I'm too scared.
yeah, same here.
Oh, you just never worn one in life at all.
Yeah, no, don't worry.
Nah, I hear
I
you.
don't want to
I
wear
embarrassed
contacts.
myself. I said I booked an appointment. I was like, I want to get contacts, new specs. This week I got these. So I went to Vision Express, went upstairs, and they goes, "Oh, I've got your contacts. Come in this room. I'll put it on for you." It's fine. She put it on to me. I was like, "Get this thing fucking up." Get my eye, it hurts. So then she was like, "You can do it yourself." So I was like, "Okay, let me do it myself." I couldn't do it. I was like, I'm embarrassed. I walked out. I put the thing. I walked out because everyone was doing it at the same time. I was like, it was like a class, innit? I was like, no. I walked out.
It was a class.
It was a class,
How
bro.
many people?
Huh? It was like I was the only man. I was the only man there. There was like bare women in it. It was like 5 of us. So it was like a class. I had to put the thing in your eye in it. I was like, I'm not doing it. I walked out.
I prefer glasses, man. I'm cool.
Yeah, but I want to get laser eye treatment.
I'm gonna do contacts.
But if I can't hack contact, how am I gonna do laser eye treatment?
Yeah, but they're not putting nothing in your eye though.
No, but it hurts. It burns your eyes.
Does it? Are you sure they
Yeah,
don't
but-
like
They
numb
must
it?
do something to. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to
No,
think. They must do
but
something to
I'm
numb the
very.
pain.
If someone put injection in my eye, I'm very squeamish, man.
Oh yeah, because they
Even
must put
simple-
a needle in your
yeah,
eye
simple,
to numb
simple,
it.
what do you call it?
Needle in your eye sounds mad.
I feel like it's gonna burst.
Feels bad.
It's like, have you ever seen Final Destination? Where like birds are right.
I prefer wearing glasses, man.
I said I prefer wearing glasses.
Scheiße.
I feel like I look more sophisticated with my glasses now, you know.
Nah,
At
since you
first,
still.
I was very like.
When I met you, weren't wearing glasses.
No, I've only got my
Yeah.
glasses the past 2 years.
Yeah, when I met you, weren't wearing glasses.
No.
Your silhouette's not. Your shape's nice though. Is it?
Yeah, these are my new frames.
It's nice.
Obviously, you know.
Where'd you go from Vision?
No, my auntie, she gets loads of frames, but I've got Sunday. What is it? Some fucking. What's it called now?
You said Cartier, no?
Yeah, I've got Cartier.
You got Kazal ones as well.
I've got Gazelles as well. Yeah.
What,
Sunday
actually,
somewhere.
Money.
Sunday
Money.
somewhere
Oh,
glasses.
Is it optical?
Big money
Kazal?
blacks. You know?
The Kazal one's optical.
Lend me a
Gazelles
pound,
optical.
big bro.
all my Gazelles are optical. My auntie.
Lend me a pound.
So basically,
I boss me then.
yeah, plus, yeah, my auntie sold. She's got frames like
But
Montclair.
how'd she put the thing in there?
You have to go- you have to go to
she's
Specsavers.
got no.
What, to get the spec?
You go to your optician
Yeah,
to
you
get
go
a
to your
prescription. She's got her own glasses, guys. She'll get you a prescription. Yeah,
Okay, I've got my special.
that's why I've got so many frames.
These
I've got
glasses are
Gazelles.
so fucked. Look at this.
Let me see. Oh
Oh
shit.
my god.
Let me try this on.
Just like falls out all the time.
Oh shit.
My head's big, so. Oh shit. It's not bad.
They're quite dirty. Sorry.
Those glasses suit you, but it needs to be your size.
But no, my Gazelles are prescripted. Oh, yeah, it's prescripted, the whole
Oh, thank
thing.
you.
You know? And what's the thing where it goes black? I just tell my auntie, can you just make it black, please?
Yeah.
But I can't remember what it's called now. And Alfie, what's the thing when you can make your glasses like turn black?
Tinted.
Tinted.
Tinted. There's something else there. There's a word for it.
Oh, bifocal.
As in when you're out in the sun and then when you
Yeah,
come
yeah,
inside
yeah,
and stuff. Oh yeah.
Sorry.
They lied to me. Said this one.
I think my
bifocal.
dad has
This one
that.
Bifocal. So you got to pay extra.
It was single phone.
No, it's alright. That falls off. They fall out all the time.
But yeah, where can we find you, Rayne?
Where can you find me?
Yeah, on social media.
Oh, at Rayne Leverkusen on Instagram and Twitter.
You're on Twitter. We're following each other on Twitter. That's what you tweeting the genuine thing.
The video.
There's a video.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm on Instagram, Twitter. That's it. I'm not on anything else. No, I'm not. They look good on you.
Really?
I was looking at your frames.
They're nice frames, yeah.
Yeah, they're nice, aren't they?
Really nice
They look good on you.
What frames are they?
They're from a store in Box Park, Shoreditch called.
Downstairs. Downstairs, but all them shops.
I think so. They used to be in Stratford. I forgot what they're called.
It's nice though.
That's amazing.
Kites. That's it.
Kites.
Yeah.
The style's Aviator.
Yeah. They're nice. They do like quirky glasses. They're
I want to get cat eye glasses though.
What?
Cat eye.
Cat
The
eye.
ones that like a bit like
Yeah.
sharp there.
When you lot need frames, let me know. I'll take you to my auntie.
I need sunglasses.
She'll show you what frames.
I need sunglasses.
Louis Vuitton, Gazelles.
Expensive.
Oh my God.
Expensive.
I don't know. Cheap. My auntie, man. Like, probably £100 in that.
No way.
Real Vision Express, like, they're expensive.
I know. It's funny because I went to Specsavers with my mum blanks, and they were like, "Oh, these are pretty expensive." I was like, "Yeah, they are." Yeah, I got them fucking cheap. But yeah, we were just checking them. I just wanted them to just tighten up the glasses.
Tighten the glasses. You do that for free.
Yeah, you do it for free.
You don't have to be a Specsavers. You don't have to be a Vision Express. You just go there and tighten up your glasses for free.
That's good to know. They'll probably be able to fix this screw, right?
Yeah. They'll do it for free. They'll just tighten it
just
up.
tighten it.
Just
Go there and
screw,
say,
yeah.
"Oh, I bought this a couple of years ago, and what's the screw? If you've got a spare screw, they'll put it in for you."
Yeah, straight.
I need to do that.
But yeah, man, Rayne, it's been amazing having you on the podcast.
Thank you
Long
so
time
much.
coming. You know, wish you all the best. We know you're gonna be a big star already. It's already written.
Yep.
It's already written, bro. It's already written. Bro, it's dead. And yeah, man, we're still gonna follow your journey. We'll see you on the next Hustle Show.
Yeah.
And yeah, keep smiling, keep throwing that money.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Let
thanks,
it rain.
Tell your mum not to get sacked, please. Like, we need the dollars, but tell your mum not to get sacked.
You know what? In January, I'm gonna go to and I'm gonna chat to them. I'm gonna let them listen. You can't do that.
You can't fire.
You can't do that. She's a backbone of that primary school.
She taught Cameron how to read. God damn it!
She took Donnell. She was part of his after school club. Come on, man. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Hopefully I'll be on, next year and I'll have loads of cool stories to tell you. So yeah.
More belts.
You're part, like we've always said, like whenever you come on the podcast, you're part of the family. Just give us a shout whenever you want to come on.
Oh, thank you.
If you want to cut the maddest promo in the world, come on.
Yeah, man. Straight.
When you're ready for Tate Mayfairs, this is where you need to do it.
Yeah.
This is where you need to call him out.
That very seat.
That very seat.
Yeah.
Can I ask you one more question?
Go on.
Have you ever seen a podcast like us before? Have you ever seen any sort of like anyone that makes content like us before? I wanna know.
No.
There you go. We're actually the coolest podcast in the world. I was able to jump in.
I'm going to do this guy for.
I'll give you the full ball.
He did.
I'll put it over the top, bro. Put it in, bro.
I'm dead.
Hurricane!
This guy's so dumb.
Let me ask that question again.
Yeah, it's an RFE. It's come on, man. This guy forgot the script
Have you ever seen a
already.
cool podcast?
No.
This is Delboy.
Oh, I've got it. Okay. It's an RFE.
Oh, do I have to say my name?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Rayne.
Delboy.
Slaps.
Your boy Sam Blacks.
Mex.
This is Wrestling's podcast, the coolest wrestling podcast in the world. Make sure you tell your mum, tell your dad, tell your nan, tell your auntie. Tell everyone that came from high school. Make sure big up Dr. Atkins,
Mr. McAllister.
Mr. Middleweek,
Mr. Middleweek.
Mr. Jennings,
Middleweek.
Miss Sheridan. Fuck Miss Sheridan. Cut that off. I'm not cutting it off. Fuck her, man. Fuck her. I don't give a shit about her. Try to exclude me for bullshit. But yeah, tell everyone this is Wrestling Podcast, coolest wrestling podcast in the world. By the Mandem.
For the Mandem.
Bow. Jade Cargill, I love you.
That's right.
You just got to the end of the podcast, and if you've enjoyed what you've listened to, enjoyed what you watched, enjoyed the vibes, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next episode. Bow.